No, this isn't the home of the West Virginia Mountaineers. Here at WVU, it's Worldview University. You see, a worldview is like the lens you look through and how you view life. It affects the decisions that you make, the actions that you do. It's how you interpret everything that goes on around you. And so here at Worldview University, they attempt to shape and mold the worldview of some of the attendees. Well, you'll see what I mean in just a little bit. Worldviews can be as different as night and day. And believe me, it makes all the difference in the world. For example, Devin. Devin here, his worldview came from his wrestling coach. The worldview is might makes right. Big dog leads the pack. Climb to the top. And if you've got to crush a few people along the way, well, it's just survival of the fittest. That's his worldview. But then there's Candy. Now, Candy's worldview, it's more of a self-view, I would say, because it's all about what Candy likes. It's what Candy needs. What makes Candy feel good? Candy loves to party. She loves to drink, eat, drink, and be merry. Avoid stress. It's about what makes Candy feel good. And that's her worldview. That's how she interprets everything around her. And then there's Brittany. Now, Brittany has what they call a biblical worldview. But what that really means is she believes in the teachings of Jesus Christ and tries to follow that example and is trying to change into someone who is more like Jesus Christ. She interprets things from the Bible. And so when she's compassionate toward other people, well, Devin would see that as a weakness. And when she's passionate about truth and honesty and prayer and sharing her faith, well, that's just way too serious for Candy's head. So that often puts her at odds with the people she hangs out with, but especially the one she's about to meet, the professor. The professor here at Worldview University, his name's Dr. Brusher. He's got a reputation for trying to squash people of faith. They call him here at the university, they say he's Dr. Brusher, the faith crusher. And so you'll meet him a little bit. But it's like he's got a personal vendetta against anyone of faith. And then there's Tony. Now, Tony's had a rough week. His school loans are maxed out. He don't know where the money's going to come from to finish school. And he's so close to finishing up. He got a phone call, and it seems his girlfriend back home has moved on, or moved in, I should say, with someone else. And then he found out his cousin was in a car accident. You can sort of understand his world's a little turned upside down. He's looking for answers to some of life's toughest questions. Well, I think I hear the professor coming. So, we better get started. You do not want to start off class with a crusher on your bad side. So, be on your best behavior.
Hello, class. I'm Dr. Brusher. This is Philosophy 101, the study of ethics and philosophy. You're all here for one of four reasons. You're a freshman and you have to take it. You failed it last semester, or you could have heard of what a great professor and teacher I am and you just wanted to enjoy it for the next four Saturdays, or you're lost. But in any case, let's begin. The working definition of philosophy that we're going to use is the study of the fundamental nature of knowledge, reality, and existence. You may want to take that down because it'll be on your test. And some of the records, the earliest records that we have are from 5th century Athens, the school of Athens as it's known, some of the great philosophers. I want to point this screen out. There's Socrates and different people in here, Euclid, Pythagoras from your math days, you'll understand. But I want to focus on the two men in the center. The man on the left is Plato. Plato with his hand to the air, to the heavens. He believed in the physical realm, but he also believed there was something greater. He didn't define it, he didn't understand it, possibly didn't want to understand it, but he knew there was something bigger. The man on the right is Aristotle. Aristotle with his hand out like this. Everything is out here, everything is physical. Man controls his own existence. These are the two struggle, are the two things that we will deal with. Now, based solely on that little short and eloquent speech, I want you to make a decision. Who will stand with Plato and realize there is a physical existence, but there's also something more? Who would stand and admit to that? Okay. What's your name?
Brittany Albright, sir.
Miss Albright, can I infer from the fact that you are standing that you believe in a God?
Not a God, sir, the one and only God.
Ah, one of those. We have one every semester.
By one of those, do you mean Christian, Mr. Rusher?
Well, Christians aren't the only ones who let religion cloud their view. Now, you may be seated. Now, how about the school of Aristotle? Who believes that they control their own existence? The planes that fly, they don't need God. The phones that ring, the justice that we have in our courts, none of these need God. Who will stand and say that the existence is the physical realm? So how do we define this, our purpose of life? What do you say?
Well, teach, survival of the fittest. Head to the top of the food chain. Somebody's got to be king of the mountain. Might as well be this guy.
So life is power.
Absolutely, teach.
And wealth?
Wealth, power, they go hand in hand. With these good looks, wealth and power, this guy can get anything he wants.
Good, good. Anyone else?
Well, I'm not so much into the power or anything, but I mean, I think we should just enjoy life. I mean, let's think. One day we're going to get old and die. So, I mean, come on. Let's just make the life of it. Make the most of it. YOLO!
So your life's purpose is to party then?
Now you're talking. In fact, we're wasting time just sitting here right now. Come on, let's cancel class and get the party started.
Yeah.
Well, now, before we shut the university down, let's dive a little deeper into this. So your life's purpose is pleasure, avoidance of work, pain, stress?
For the most part, yeah, I'd say that's true.
And what about you? What's the purpose of life?
Purpose? Well, you just said that life's basically just an accident, so no supernatural, no divine intermission. It's all pretty meaningless.
Not meaningless, it's what you make of it. Free to choose what I do with my life. Free to think whatever I want.
So if I have no aspirations, no potential for anything better?
And you're right, you are meaningless.
No, life is not meaningless. Every life has a purpose, a God-given purpose. Even our nation's founding fathers recognized this truth. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal and endowed by their character with certain unalienable rights.
A little passionate, aren't we, Miss Albright? So you believe that all life is meaningful?
Yes, Mr. Rusher, everyone is created with a God-given purpose, so every life is of infinite value.
Okay, then let's play a game. It's hypothetical, but a game nonetheless. It's based upon your view or belief and your moral obligation. You're walking by a pond and a toddler falls in. You go to save him. Based on your view, do you save the toddler?
Teach, not obligated. Well, like in the wrestling ring, it depends on three things. One, do they have any money? Two, does his family have any power? And three, how does it benefit this guy?
What about you, Miss Albright?
Yes, I'd have to. I can't just let him drown if it's in my power to save him.
Okay? Based on those two views, what if another baby falls in? And what if, as you save that baby, another baby falls in? Till you're at the point where your whole existence is to save babies from this pond. Now what?
No way. That's no way to spend your life. I'd probably tell somebody else about it and let them deal with it. I mean, I got my own life to live.
I'd put a fence around the stupid pond.
No. Two options. Save the babies, walk away.
Well, I don't know how long I would stay, but I don't think I could walk away. At least, I hope not. I hope I would stay.
Okay, let's try a different one. You're in a railroad switch yard. There's an oncoming train, and if the train stays the way it's going, there's 5 people tied to the track.
Wait, why are 5 people tied to the track?
Well, the why's not important.
Probably because they've been told their life is meaningless. Oh,
Well, anyway,
I'm sorry.
anyway, the only way to save those 5 people is throw the switch and route them in a different direction.
And let me guess, my grandmother's on the other track.
No names, no identities. But there is a person on the other track, strapped to the track. Split-second decision. Throw the switch. Yes or no?
No way. I'm staying out of this one. I'll pretend I didn't see anything. And that way, I won't be accountable for any decisions.
Yes, but in not making a decision, haven't you actually made a decision?
Throw the switch, kill 1, save 5. I'd say I'm a hero in anyone's book.
Well, Teach, I can't say without knowing who they are first, so we get out of this class quicker. I say leave it on the 5, thin out the herd a little bit.
How can you say that? These are lives. I realize it's hypothetical, but do you not value life at all?
So what would you do? Is kill a 5 better than 1, or 1 better than 5? And while we're on it, what would your God do?
Well, God would save them all.
Then why doesn't he? People die every day. Drowning, murder, car accidents, starvation. I mean, we don't need railroad tracks for people to die.
Yes, but that's not what he intended. That's not what he wants.
So he just can't do anything about it then?
Well, he can, and he already has.
Before Miss Albright preaches a sermon and has an altar call, let's tackle one more scenario. And let's just make this a homework assignment. I'll expect the written lesson turned in at the next class. You're dropped down in war-torn Libya. There's a commander with a soldier and 15 civilians lined up. The commander just told the soldier to kill them all. You beg with him to save their lives. He hands you a gun and says, you shoot 1, the rest are free. So what do? Do you shoot 1 and save 14, or do you let him kill all 15? Either way, you're free to walk away. 1 or 14 dies, your decision. I'll expect a written description at the next class. And right now, thanks to Candy, we're dismissed because she thinks we ought to be able to do a little more partying.
All right.